Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm Banjo Ben, your host here on the site that teaches you how to play guitar and other stuff too, like banjo and mandolin. But this is Guitar Week. 6 months ago, I taught a groundbreaking lesson on mandolin called the Quarter Note Triplet Study. And folks went on and on my forum about what a great lesson that was. They wanted it on guitar. So we're here to do that. What are quarter note triplets? Well, they're a simple way to introduce some tasty stuff into your playing without increasing the difficulty level much. So if you don't know what quarter note triplets are, you need to learn. And even if you do know what they are, you need to learn how to integrate them into your playing, in and out. And that's what we're going to learn how to do today. If you're watching here on the website, as a GoPick member, you have everything you need right here on this page. Just scroll down for the rest of the lesson and the tabs and the jam tracks. If you're watching somewhere else like Facebook or YouTube, come on over to the website. I'd love to have you. Let's jump right into this study of quarter note triplets for the guitar. I'm going to put the guitar down just for a second to talk to you about some basic theory, and then we'll pick the guitar right up and work out some exercises to help you integrate these quarter note triplets into your playing. But first of all, what is a triplet? Now, I have some basic theory lessons on my site that I invite you to go check out. We won't cover all the info, but essentially it's where we take 3 notes and we force it into where 2 of those notes would normally go. So if we think about quarter note triplets, that means if we have a space of time where 2 quarter notes would normally fill up that space of time, this is when we would keep the same amount of space, but we squeeze those notes a little closer together so that 3 quarter notes can fit in there. And we call those triplets. So you can have whole note triplets, half note triplets, quarter note, eighth note triplets, and actually eighth note triplets are probably the most common triplets that we hear in our bluegrass picking. So if you have somebody going along on eighth notes, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, and it speeds up, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, those are eighth note triplets. But when it slows down, like we did, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum, and the notes become a little less frequent, we're probably going into quarter note triplets. So let's demonstrate that with a little exercise that's kind of fun, but allows your body to feel and to do what quarter note triplets are versus quarter notes. Here's what I want you to do. Put down whatever you got in your lap, or you can do it on the tabletop there. Let's take both hands, and I want you to slap them down both at the same time. There you go. Good job. Now, I want you to do this, right, left, right. So, together, right, left, right. Now, I know this sounds kind of silly. It looks really silly, but it's good. Trust me. Let's see if we can do it over and over again. Try it with me. Both, right, left, right. Both, right, left, right. Both, right, left, right. Now, what are we doing when we do that? Well, we're tricking our brain into doing quarter note triplets and regular quarter notes at the same time. Now, you could use this for eighth note triplets or whatever. It just depends on how you count it. But for right now, we're doing quarter note triplets. And my right hand is playing the quarter note triplets, while my left hand is tapping out quarter notes. Do it one more time. Triplet, triplet, triplet. And my left hand is going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, trip. Okay, it kind of messes with your brain a little bit, but it's a way for you to be able to demonstrate what's going on whenever we have regular quarter notes beside quarter note triplets. You could speed it up and see what it sounds like to go faster or slower. Okay, so the trick is, of course, to be able to go in and out that triplet timing fluently, kind of like speaking another language. And that's what we're going to get to now. Let's pick our guitars back up and let's do a couple exercises that are really going to deposit this skill into our brains. Now let's take our theory knowledge and let's put it into practice on the guitar. Let's go ahead and throw up that first line of tab there. And we have our first exercise that puts together back to back all of these different kinds of timings, or at least the ones that we're going to be dealing with today. Now, our first measure is just simple quarter notes. Quarter notes get 1 beat, right? And we're going to do downstrokes on these quarter notes. So if I was going to play the first measure, it'd just be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have eighth notes, of course, which get half a beat each. So we can fill a measure with 8 of those eighth notes. And I typically do alternating pick strokes with those. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now, we're going to go next to eighth triplets. We're going to do that for a reason. I'm going to describe and explain here in just a moment. But now we're going to take 3 eighth notes and we're going to force them into where 2 eighth notes would normally go. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to have triplet, 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 triplet. Okay, so now we have 12 eighth note triplets in the space of there. So here's how you find quarter note triplets. If you were to take every other one of those eighth note triplets and you were to erase them. So if we were to only keep the ones that are downstrokes, okay, the ones that are highlighted there in yellow, we would be left with the quarter note triplets, okay? So just as, here's why I wanted to show it to you that way, just as eighth notes are twice as fast as quarter notes, well, eighth note triplets are twice as fast as quarter note triplets. Or if you want to think about it, quarter note triplets are half as fast as eighth note triplets. So looking back at the tab, all we got to do is erase each and every one, just play the downstrokes, and you automatically get quarter note triplets. I bring it to you that way because a lot of people are more used to playing eighth note triplets than they are quarter note triplets. They can hear the timing more easily in their head, so it helps to just pull out the downstrokes.